Hey everybody, I am recording Facebook Live today because Facebook continues to be difficult. So I'm going to pre-record this. We were talking about cannabis consolidations happening currently, which is true, but it was also true in 2020, 2021, 2022. We get a lot of questions about, hey, are the big companies just going to buy up all the small companies and it's only going to be big companies? And the answer is to that question is no. And we even see the reverse of some of this. We see big players gobbling up things and then pricing going down, or they're struggling and they're all of a sudden backing out of markets. So the big companies, they often buy more than they can sustain, and then when times get rough, they're all of a sudden selling stuff again. So this will continue the next 10 years. There will be a lot of M&A activity. We'll see small mergers, we'll see big ones. This has happened at least 3 times in Oregon. We saw a round where some Canadian players came in and literally were making offers on almost every single dispensary. So for example, in my hometown of Bend, Oregon, with 23 dispensaries, I think I saw 2 actually end up selling to a bigger player. But most of the dispensaries that opened up 8 years ago are still here, and most of them are owned by individuals or a small group or a group of people. That's our entire market. Same in Portland as well. But that said, we do want to always be ready for consolidation. So most people founding a cannabis company, whether it's a dispensary or a farm or whatever it is, they're going to be thinking about exit from day one. They're probably going to be raising money, having investors. Investors usually have a 3 to 5, maybe 6 or 7 year time horizon. Most people feel that the valuations will go up once 280E goes away. And so everyone's thinking about exit. So in the dope CFO world, as people in our community get clients, we're always thinking about exit from day one. So for every client, we build a perpetual data room and a permanent audit trail every month, so that we're not only ready to run the business day to day, which those things really help for management or reporting or board or investors. We can also have them exit and even before exit, also access to lending and debt and equity, and being audit ready in case the IRS shows up. It also makes them exit ready all the time. So if a deal comes through or there's a strategic merger, they can act on it quickly, as opposed to what most of the industry does. A deal comes around or a new loan or whatever, and whoever they're utilizing, whether it's an investment bank or just the due diligence team of the acquirer or the merger, they start looking into the hood and they're like, oh, the books are a wreck. There's no perpetual data room. There's no permanent audit trail. This is going to take a year to clean up. The deal's going to fall through. That adds no value to the client. So we want to make sure these clients are always ready for acquisitions, and then they're able to negotiate and act quickly. So if say someone does come into this market and they're looking at 6 dispensaries, and there may be a time of high market values and they're paying top dollar. Maybe we've got a client that does want to sell out. And if they're ready and the other 5 are not ready, they're going to get a better price and a quicker deal done as well. Not only that, having the books ready all the time will keep the deal at the price. So if the person comes in or the company, they look and they're like, oh yeah, we'll pay you $5 million for that dispensary based on the sales. They look under the hood and find all kinds of crap and liabilities and bad books. All of a sudden they come back at the 9th hour and they say, you know what? We'll do the deal, but we're only paying $4 million. You just lost $1 million for having bad books and records and controls. So anyway, that's how we like to add value to our in the M&A process. It will continue. Someone said to me yesterday, like, we've come a long way in 10 years. I was like, yeah, we sure have. Colorado legalized 10 years ago. And since then, this movement has spread across the country, the globe. It's not going to stop anytime soon. I think if you go another 10 years, it will look very similar on the recreation side anyway to wine, craft brew, liquor stores, big brew. So look at beer. There's going to be Bud and Coors, but there's going to be a gazillion craft breweries. We're going to see the same on the product side. There might be someone making the Cliff Bars of the world that are national, but many other smaller players making lots of other good bars with THC. On the medical side, we'll see big pharma for sure. But lots of room for growth on all sides of that. And there will be big and small players, just like there are 200 years later in the wine industry. There's not going to be someone just take over everything. But anyway, hope you all have a great day, and see you next time.